Can't even see what's going on. Happy Halloween. Last year I was in the UK. This year I'm in Naha City, or just outside of Naha City in Okinawa. So the question is, did I pack the House of Hell into my suitcase and carry it halfway around the flipping world just so I could do that stupid thing again? It's amazing how fast a year can disappear, isn't it? Well, I did remember to bring the book, but what I forgot was all of my notes. Also, I didn't bring any dice, so I'll be using an app for my dice. Pretty good, eh? It's probably easier. It's probably easier than using real dice. But not as satisfying. So, I might have to pick up some dice while I'm here. Right, so since I don't have my notes, I'm going to be relying on memory. And there's a lot of stuff that's pretty much been engraved into my memory over the 8 or 9 years I've been doing this. For example, avoid the kitchen at all costs. Don't drink the white wine. Although having said that, I am drinking white wine right now. This is a cheap Chardonnay I picked up to put in some mushroom soup a few days ago. So it's not bad, considering the price, which is dirt cheap. It's alright. Right, it tastes a little bit like vinegar, but it's still good. I've also got my hints from Mr. Naughty Cat, regular viewer Mr. Naughty Cat, to guide me. And according to this fella, I presume it's a fella, I don't know why. Oh, because it's in the name, Mr. God, I've had 2 sips. They say that I need to fight the hunchback. I've been looking for a guy called Chico. Jesus. For years I've been searching for Chico, because Chico knows a password that can get us into the secret passageway that's underneath the stairs. You know the one where you fight the bats? You know the one. You absolutely know the one. If you're here, then you're invested. You've been watching it for years, I guarantee it. You know what I'm talking about. The staircase with the bats. Yeah. There's a secret door under there somewhere. We need a password. Chico knows the password. So the first step, apparently, is to fight the hunchback. Alright, so I made a note. We're going to assume car crash, knock on the door, dinner with Kelnor. That all goes smoothly. We go to the Erasmus room. And then, if you hang around in that room for a tick, the hunchback shows up. So we're going to ambush the hunchback and fight him. And that's where we're going to start this year's run from. And I made a quick note on my phone. Where is that? Passage 373, if you're playing along at home with your own copy of the House of Hell. Or, if you have the House of Hell app. They made a game out of it. You can get it on iOS for about $4.99, I think. And it's not even recent. I looked at the date that the app was made. It's 2013 or something, just before I started doing this. So if you want, you could play along. Right. Why would you want to? Why would anyone want to? This will be the 9th year. The 9th year we're doing this. God. It'd be quite good to finish it next year, wouldn't it, on the 10th anniversary? Although having said that, it'd be even better to finish it now and be done with it, wouldn't it? Eh? Anyway, 373. Here we go. Let me just adjust myself a little bit. My chair's all facing the wrong direction. I'll be twisting around all the time. Let's get comfy. I'm going to be here for probably half an hour at least. Settle down. Here we go. 373. The door opens slowly and a man shuffles into the room carrying a glass container, a clear liquid. He appears to be bent double and his movements are slow. As he gets nearer to the bed, you realise he will soon notice that you are not there. Do you want to nip out of the room quickly, which is the logical thing, I think that's what I've done the past few years, and lock the door behind you? And if you do that, it just works. No trouble, you avoid the conflict, and in your brain you go oh, well, that's the solution there, because you're trying to avoid fights and conserve HP. And I think the book even says at the beginning that there is an optimal route with minimal combat. At least most fighting fantasy books say that. Anyway, whatever. But apparently that's not what you're supposed to do. Leap on the man and attack him. There's a nice illustration of the hunchback. Cool. Yep, let's attack him, poor bloke. 399. There's only 400 passages in this book, so we could take a peek at the ending if you want while we're here. Let's not. Imagine spoiling it after 9 years, just looking at the ending, just to see what it is. 399. Your visitor is a hunchback, all caps, and he is both surprised and frightened as you leap on him. Resolve your battle. Hunchback skill 7, stamina 7. Oh yeah, we haven't rolled any of our attributes. Let's do that. Right. So, every year we have to roll our character. And somehow I forgot to do it. Let's do it now, using this handy and fair dice app. Okay, roll number 1 is skill. 1d6 plus 6. 5, not bad. Skill 11. Although we don't have a weapon equipped yet, so we're working with an effective skill of 8. Stamina, 2d6 plus 12. Okay, what do we get? 5 and 6. Good God. Okay. So that gives us 23. 23 stamina, that's really good. Luck, 1d6 plus 6. See what we get. 6. Is this rigged? I think I just downloaded a rigged dice app. Okay, luck of 12. Those are really good rolls. And fear, d6 plus 6. So, once again, this score, 6. Wow, this really is a rigged dice. Okay. We got like basically max stats this year because I downloaded the world's dodgiest app. Could it just 5, 4, 2, 5. Alright, it's capable one of showing other numbers. Just got super lucky. Alright, great. Maybe the randomization isn't so great on this thing. Who knows? Although, having said that, in true random, that's what you'd expect. You expect to see groups of numbers and stuff. Who cares? Anyway, so the way fear works is 12 is our max fear score. We start out with 0 and add fear as we go. Why am I explaining this? Everyone knows already. Right, so let's fight the hunchback. Seems a little unfair, but let's do it. He's got skill of 7, stamina of 7. When you have reduced his stamina to 4 points or less, turn to 220. Okay, so the way it works is we roll 2 dice, add that to his skill, then 2 dice, add that to our skill, and whoever comes out higher is a winner. So it's 7 for this guy, 7 plus 1 plus 4, so he gets 12. And what have we got? We've got a starting score of 11, so we just can't lose anyway, yeah. Yeah, 5. Right, we've already won 4. Okay, so we deduct 2 from his stamina. He goes down to 5. So, we're aiming for 4. So if we get one more hit on him, it's done. Okay, hunchback again. 3 plus 1, 4 plus 7, 11. Right, no good. We've already got a skill of 11. So no matter what we roll, we win anyway. Brilliant. Turn to 220. Will do. Maybe the hunchback is Chico. And he'll just tell us the password now. That'd be nice. The poor, miserable creature pleads for mercy. He is such a pitiful sight that you step back as he grovels on the floor. He will do you no harm and thanks you continually for sparing his life. Do you now wish to leave the room, locking him behind you, or will you try to force him to answer your questions? 234. We need to talk to this guy. 234, please. Right. He is terrified of you and agrees to answer your questions in exchange for his miserable life. Do you wish to ask him how you can escape from the house? No. We're not trying to escape from the house anymore. We're trying to kill Kelnor. We've realised that's the goal of this book. You have to find the Chris knife, then use it to kill Kelnor. So we don't need that. About the people in the house, or what is happening in the house. The people, because we need to find Sheko. So let's ask about the people. Turn to 308. Am I making car noises this year as I turn the pages? Is that what I'm doing? The people, he asks. Ah, yes, the people, of course. Tonight is the night. There are many people here. The master is holding a special occasion tonight, and his friends are here. All are friends of the master. That is all except the one in grey. I think we already knew about the guy in grey. I think one of the paintings tells you about the guy in grey. You know the paintings in the entrance. For he has betrayed the master's trust, and he will be punished. Yes, punished. Before the night is out. The master put him in the Asmodeus room, and he's promised to let me watch. Watch what? But you have nothing to fear if you are a friend of the master. You are a friend of the master, aren't you? Perhaps he'll let you watch too. I don't want to watch. Whatever this is, I don't want to watch. The hunchback is giggling with glee at the thought of the night's activities. You have gained all the useful information you will get out of him, so you leave the room, locking him in. Great. Alright, so I guess we look, let's make a little note. Asmodeus, man in grey. I swear we've already talked to the man in grey. I thought when the, in the basement there's a prison and there's 3 prisoners. I thought one of those prisoners was the man in grey, but I guess we'll try and find the Asmodeus room again. Let's roll. Oh, damn it, I've lost the... Yeah, there we go, locking him in. Turn to 350. Alright then. No problemo. 350. You are on a landing overlooking the entrance hall. To your right, the passageway ends at a door. To the left, the landing turns right past a couple of doors. Okay, I'm going to assume that we go right into... I can't remember what the room is called. I think it's the Azazel room. And if you go in the Azazel room, you can find a yellow potion. The yellow potion allows you to ignore the next 2 hits you take in fight. So I'm going to assume that we go to the Azazel room, pick up a potion, and then come back. Okay? This is how familiar I am with this book. It's like, just trust me, that's what happened. Right? Then we're going to go the other way. Follow the landing round to the left. 257. Right. You consider your best plan as you walk down the passageway. You turn right along the landing and 2 doors are on your left. The first has Azazel. Oh, hang on, was that the Azazel? Oh, whatever. The point is, there's an Azazel room and we're not going in there. Blah, blah, blah. And the second Mephisto. So hang on. If that is... So you turn right down the corridor and turn... Yeah, I've got turned around already. Then this is the way I don't want to go. Let's go the other way. Because I swear the Azazel room is in that corner of the landing, on the first floor landing. Second floor for our American friends. The first floor landing. Is there 2 doors in the corner. One's the Azazel room, where you get the potion. And if you carry on down the end of the corridor, there's the door where there's the ghost lady who gets torn to pieces by ghost dogs, right? I'm definitely right, so let's go the other way. Let's turn right. 332. Playing a bit fast and loose this year, aren't I? I mean, if I do win, it would just be like, well, what's the point, you big cheater? What? At the end of the corridor ahead of you is a stout wooden door. While you're considering whether or not to try this room, a noise behind you startles you, and you spin around, only to find the wind is... Is this right? Wind is rustling wall hangings. There is nothing to be afraid of. You turn back and are amazed to find a faint white figure has appeared in front of you. No, wait a minute. So this is the direction with the... Yeah, so I was right the first time. Jesus Christ. I think I'm role-playing as a drunk person, just meandering backwards and forwards on the first floor hall. I always like to imagine what this would look like if it were being recorded. You know, if instead of me reading from a book, if you were watching a film where these events were playing out, you know, like a man attacks a hunchback and then locks him up and then just meanders backwards and forwards on the first floor corridor for a bit, trying to remember if he's been here before or not. Alright, I must have been wrong then. Let's follow the landing around to the left after all, 257. You know, who cares, man? Just trying to remember where the Asmodeus room is. Because that's where the man in grey is. Anyway. First has Azazel, written on its nameplate. The second, Mephisto. Oh, God, more drink. Do you want to try either of these rooms? If so, you may enter the Azazel room or the Mephisto room. Otherwise, you may pass both these rooms and walk along to where the landing turns right. 287. Yeah, we're not interested in any of those rooms. 287. I'm still going to say we picked up the potion from the whatever room it was. I thought it was Azazel and might not have been. You walk up to the 2 doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. If you wish to enter the Balthus room, turn to 299. If you'd rather go through the other door, turn to 86. If you choose to ignore these doors and continue on the landing, turn to 193. We're going to ignore them. One of them has like a headless ghost in it or something like that. And then one of them leads to like 193. One of them leads to a little corridor that has a window in it. And if you look at the window, there's a message in the glass that says Mordana in the Abaddon room, I think. And if you know the name Mordana, when given the opportunity, you turn to passage number 88 and she tells you a secret or something. Whatever. Okay. A short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase, which leads downwards. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door. Do you wish to go downstairs? No. Try the unmarked door. Let's say that we do go in the unmarked door, because that's a cupboard that's got the poison in that kills you, but also you could pick up a weapon there and some garlic. So I'm going to assume we go in there, we'll get a weapon, which means we can use our... Oh, do you know what? I just realised I was using the full skill score against the Hunchback, so I cheated in that fight. Are we bothered? We're not bothered, are we? Anyway, so now we can officially use the full score of 11. And we've got some garlic as well, so I'll jot that down in our little inventory. Garlic. But I'm just going to assume that we did that, and then we'll carry on. Continue down the landing to 233. Fast and loose, Mark. A little too fast, a little too loose. Here we go. A few steps past the unmarked door is another unmarked door. If you wish to try this one, turn to 98. If you wish to ignore it and go on, turn to 374. Ignore. We're looking for the Asmodeus room. God, they're all so similarly named. Asmodeus, Azazel, Abaddon. Just a bunch of nonsense. 374, thank you. I really, really would like to make some progress this year. Otherwise, it just feels like I'm just going to be doing this forever, for the rest of my life. Right. The landing turns right and the passage branches off. You may either turn left down the passageway, past a couple of doors before turning left again, or turn right following the landing. I can't remember which way the Asmodeus room is, so I'm going to stick my finger in the page, which is cheating, but I don't care. And I'm going to turn left, 339. I think this is the way. God, I had a map. I've got a map drawn out at home. I was talking about it earlier, and it was mentioned to me that I could just watch my old videos over again and redraw the map. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. You are standing by two doors. Each has a nameplate. Ahead of you is the Asmodeus room. Thank you. You may try this door by turning to 154. Yes, please. Right. 154. And there's a nice little picture of a weird wrinkly guy. Great. With his perfectly straight teeth. But have you noticed? None of the... What are the pointy ones called? Canines. No canines. Just all flat teeth. Oh no, I guess he... Ah, who cares? Right. You try the door of the Asmodeus room. It is locked. But the key is in the lock. What a pointless detail. You turn it and step into the dimly lit room. A single candle is burning on a table on the far side of the room. In front of a window, two packing crates have been turned upside down to make seats on either side of the table. And there is no other furniture. Your ears prick up at a shuffling sound behind you, and you wheel round towards the door. A loud cry comes from behind the door, and a man with thick white hair, launches himself at you. He is dressed in a long robe of a dirty grey colour. Excellent, this is our man in grey. And before you can avoid him, he is on top of you. Add 1 fear point. Resolve your battle. Okay. We're at 1 fear. White-haired man, skill 7, stamina 9. He's done. Alright, 9. Which means we need to get 5 hits on him. Okay. Skill 7. Right. Here we go, man in grey. Alright, 2. Plus 1, 3, 10. We've got a skill of 11. So that's... He's down to 7. 4 more hits. 5. Plus 3. 8 plus 7. 15. Jesus. Right, how we go? 5 plus 11 is 16 already. Okay, so he's down 9. 5. 3 more hits. 6. And 6. 12 plus 7. 19. I'm right, yeah? Right. Our turn. 4 plus 3. 7 plus 11. 18. So we actually take a hit. Okay. So our stamina's down to 21. God, this could take a while. He's still got stamina of 5. Right. 1 plus 2, 3, 10. Right, we've got 11. So he's down to 3 now. 3 more hits. No, 2 more hits and he's done. 2 and 2 for 11. So again, we win that round automatically. 1 more hit and we've done him. 1 and 5, 6, 7, 13, 11. Right, that takes us up to 15. We beat him. Great. Exciting stuff. I could put some great music on the top of that, but I'm not going. Okay, when you've inflicted your first wound on him, turn to 162. Jesus Christ, when am I going to learn to read the instructions first? That was completely pointless. When you have inflicted your first wound on him, turn to 162, which means we probably didn't need to take that wound because it doesn't matter. I'll take that wound as a compensation, or what's the word? Because I cheated on the first fight by using my higher skill score than I should have done. So I'll take that wound now, and I feel like that balances out. Gotta do it fair. Turn to 162. He says, I'm so inconsistent, I was happy to cheat a second ago. Your attacker reels from the blow, and you have a moment to catch your breath and consider what to do next. Will you leap in and finish him off? Hold up your hands to indicate you mean no harm, or run for the opposite door. Now, we want to talk to this guy, so let's hold up our hands. 313. Please be Chico. Tell me the password. 313. The man hesitates and eyes you suspiciously. You tell him that you mean no harm, and you are only looking for a way out of the house. Fool, he screams. Do you expect me to believe your feeble lies? You are one of them, and if they are to punish me, they will find that I will not give in without a fight. With these words, he advances towards you. Do you wish to try to persuade him that you are not one of them? Ask him how you can convince him that he is wrong. Spring at him to get in the first blow. Okay, so not that final option, because I don't want to fight, we want to talk. Okay, so try and persuade him, or ask him how. Let's ask him how, see what he wants. 300. Maybe there's like something we can say or whatever. 300. Alright. Ha! He laughs, continuing to advance as you back towards the window. Alright then, if you really are not one of the Master's brethren, make the sign of the cross. Is that it? You consider this harmless request? Yeah. I mean, is that... There you go. Is that literally all you gotta do? You touch your forehead, then your chest, then each shoulder, and look back at him. Oh, sorry, I did forehead, shoulder. Forehead, chest, shoulder. I actually don't know what the correct order of doing it. But do you know what? I mentioned that I'm in Okinawa right now. When I was on the plane leaving from Frankfurt to... I had to go from Manchester to Frankfurt to Okinawa. No, Manchester to Frankfurt to... This is interesting, Mark. Manchester to Frankfurt to Tokyo, right? And when I was getting on the plane from Frankfurt to Tokyo, I looked over at the lady who was sat on the row next to me. Did that as the plane took off. Fuck. Is everything all right? You know? I mean, I'm not a religious person anyway. It's just a little bit unsettling to see... like, oh, I hope the plane doesn't crash. That's what she was saying, wasn't it? It's when someone does that as a plane takes off, they're not like, oh, I forgot to pray this morning. I'll just do a quick prayer now. You know, I hope the family's okay and everything. You know, thank you, God, for another lovely day. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, dear God, please look after me and please make sure that this plane doesn't crash and kill every single person on board. That's what they're saying, aren't they? I just don't like being reminded of that as the plane's taking off. Oh, but maybe it's just me. Right. We made the sign of the cross. It is true, he exclaims. You really are an outsider. Oh, my friend, how can you forgive me for my inexcusable attack? I don't know, how can you forgive me for, like, beating you to death when I was only supposed to do one attack? How was I to know? For none of the master's followers would dare to cross themselves. You tell him that you accept his apologies and ask him whether he can help you. Do you wish to ask him how you can escape from the house, or how you may defeat the master? Once again, we're not looking to escape, we're looking to defeat the master. Master Kellner or the Earl of Drummer. Go on, how do you do it? 105. Tell me, my friend. Defeat the master, eh? He says, watching you carefully. My word, our friend certainly cannot be said to have modest ambitions. You will never defeat the master. Probably not. I mean, it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? For he has only one weakness. He may only be killed with the Chris knife. Yeah, we already do that. And that is hidden in a room with a secret entrance. I know only that the room is downstairs and that you will need a password to open it. Yeah? But I do not know what the password is. Old Morgana knew the password, but she died some time ago. If you know what's best for you, you will leave while you can. You ask him whether the two of you should leave together, but he shakes his head. I cannot leave here without seeking my revenge, or dying in the attempt. That's me. That's me in the House of Hell. I cannot leave here without seeking my revenge, or dying in the attempt, which is, quite frankly, very possible. I must leave now. He checks the passageway, then nips out. Will you follow him? Or will you check the table? God damn it. I didn't... Okay, so, I don't know if that was Shako or not. He didn't really tell us anything apart from Morgana knows the password. Did we already know that Morgana knew the password? Maybe we should try and find Morgana again. She's in the abandoned room. We'll see if we can get the password out of her. But I'm sure I've tried that already. Whatever. But in the meantime, we'll just follow this guy. Maybe we'll learn something. Follow him. Turn to 378. Maybe he'll lead us somewhere. Don't think I've encountered this guy before. Maybe I have. I'm starting to forget, like... I know bits and pieces about this book from doing it countless times, but... 378. I also know stuff just because, like, stuff I've read in the comments on my videos. Here we go. The hallway outside is clear. Oh, I guess he's gone. You decide against turning right and following the passageway, which is a dead end. You may enter the Eblis room, or you may continue toward the landing and follow it. Okay, 272, the landing. I hope you're playing along at home with your own dog-eared copy of the House of Hell, which just gets chucked across the room once a year as I fail. Follow it to 272. Here we go. You follow the landing round past a wooden door which bears the name Tutavillus. You may try this door. Nope. Straight ahead, the landing ends at a panelled wall and the passageway turns to the left. To follow the passage round, turn to 175. Hope we do find the abandoned room. I think the game eventually just forces you down the stairs. Hopefully we've not missed our chance. 175. You follow the passageway round the corner. To the left, two doors face each other across the passageway. You may either try the door on the left to the Belial room, or the door on the right to the abandoned room. Excellent. Straight ahead. The passageway continues for a few meters before ending at an unmarked door. No. Try the abandoned room. Turn to 335. It's going pretty smooth, I think. 335. Here we go. You enter a bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside. A heavy, musty odour hangs in the air, which could come from all the plants which are standing in pots on the mantelpiece, bedside table, dressers and shelves. Whoever used this room, blah-de-blah-de-blah, certainly like plants, but another sight catches your attention and stops you in your tracks. Asleep in the bed is an old woman. I've got no reaction to any of this. I've seen it all before, 3 or 4 times. It seems that she has not heard you, for she has not moved since you entered the room. Do you wish to leave her in peace? No, we want the password. Walk over and wake her, or spring and attack. Well, we want to talk to her, so let's wake her up. I can't remember if this goes well or not, but let's do that. Walk over and wake her, turn to 139. 139. Here we go. You step over to the bed and shake the old woman gently, but as soon as you touch her withered skin, you jump back in horror. She is stone cold dead. Add 2 fear points for the shock. Okay, will do. 3 out of 12 fear. As you stand by the bed shivering, a low moan comes from the body. Its eyelids flick open and pure white eyes stare up at the ceiling. She has no pupils. Do you wish to wait and see what will happen next, or will you beat a hasty retreat? I don't want to retreat, so I guess we'll wait and see what happens next. 246. Pure excitement of doing something again and again. You hear words coming from the old woman, yet her lips do not move. Stranger, how dare you invade the private bedchamber of the woman of the house, she asks. You stammer an apologetic reply. She orders you, begone intruder, leave an old woman to die in peace. Bit late for that, she's already dead. Will you leave her as she wishes, or ask her for information about the house? Oh, this is going alright, let's ask for information. 170. Right. What business of yours is this house? I'm trapped in here. I'm trapped in here. That's what the business is. She screams. If you will not go of your own accord, then my hounds will see you off. And if they cannot, I will do it myself. With these words, a wooden panel... You have to fight 2 dogs, don't you? A wooden panel slides open in the wall and 2 huge Great Danes spring out and attack. Resolve your battle with the dogs. Fight them one at a time. Oh, that's good. First Great Dane, skill 7, stamina 6. Okay, 3 hits do it. Skill 7. Alright, here we go again. Here we flipping go again. Dogs. Skill 6. 6 plus 6, 12. Okay, he's up to 16. Okay, here we go. This is 11 plus 3, 14. Brilliant, that's 1 hit. 2 more to go. Okay, for the dog. 6 again. And 5. Plus, what was his skill? 7. Okay, 5 plus 6 plus 7. What's that? 11, so 18. Right, here we go. God, suck at adding up. Okay, that gives us a 15. 16. Damn, the dogs score a hit. Oh, we ignore it. Okay, that's 1 hit ignored. Okay, now for the dogs. 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7, 11. Alright, we win that round. 1 more hit on this first dog. 5 plus 3, so 8 plus 7, 15. Okay, 11 plus 5, right, great. Okay, first dog done. And the next dog has a skill of 6, so even easier. Alright, here we go. First dog. 5 plus 6, 11 plus 3, 14. Okay, 11 plus 3, already 14, yeah. Brilliant. 1 hit. 2 more hits on this dog and we've done it. 6, okay, that's 12. 15 for the first dog again. Second dog. Okay, right, we have got 16 with that already. 1 more hit and we've done this dog. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 6, 13. Okay, 6. Right, we've knackered it. Great. Okay, dog's done. If you defeat the dogs, you may either leave the room or remain to search it. 19. 19. 19. Interesting fact about the number 19 is the average age of a combat soldier in the Vietnam War was 19. You search the room while the old woman threatens you from her bed. You recognise some of the plants as most of them are common house plants. Interesting detail there, Steve Jackson. Oh, really? No, I don't care. The woman's voice grows frantic as you poke around in a herb garden by the window. A herb garden? That's another interesting detail, Steve Jackson. A thought dawns on you, and you turn to her, threatening to destroy her plants unless she is able to give you the information you require. She shrieks at the thought of you harming her plants and agrees. What will you ask her? How to find the man in grey? Nope. About secret rooms in the house and what tonight's festivities are. Secret rooms in the house. The man in grey told us that she knows the password. So secret rooms in the house. Turn to 321. 321. Easy enough to remember. 321. Here it is. Before I will answer your questions, she says, you must tell me something. What is my name? Do you know what her name is? It's Morgana. If so, you will have noticed a reference number to turn to. Yes, reference 88. So it says in the window message. Who knows who wrote that message? The answer is Steve Jackson. Steve Jackson wrote that message on the window. Turn to this reference. Great. 88. Here we go. She curses. Damn you, stranger. Why did I invent those rules for myself? All right then, I will answer your question. Which question do you ask her? How to find the man in grey? Secret rooms in the house, please. 295. Secret rooms? She laughs. Why, this house is riddled with secret passageways and secret rooms. Most are in the cellar, though. Yeah. But some of the upstairs passages lead to them. The most cunning secret room is the master's most trusted hiding place. It can only be reached one way, and that is from under the stairs in the cellar, where you fight the bats, right? A password is needed, and I knew the old one, but it has recently been changed. Sheko will know the new password. Who is... Oh. The woman's eyes close, as if the conversation has been a great strain. You leave her be and consider the information you have been given. No information! We already knew where the flipping passage was. Alright, so she knew the old password, but there's a new password and she doesn't know it. Thanks, man in grey. Thanks, get the total run around here. When you are in a position to find the secret door in question, under the cellar stairs, you may try to find it by deducting 10 from the reference you will be on at the time and turning to the new reference. I'm pretty sure I already know that, but let's write a little note. Secret door. I'm sure I already knew this. Secret door. Yeah. Reference minus 10. Ref minus 10. God almighty. I don't think we've made any progress yet. None of this is new, I don't think. That's where you'll be at the time. And turning to the new reference. No other clue as to its location will be given, but first you must find the password. God damn it. Leave the room by turning to 159. Will do. God damn it. 159. Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. You follow the landing back round the staircase and creep downstairs. Turn to 132. Brilliant. I might start speed running this. 132. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There is no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either a door on the left or a door on the right. You can walk up to the front door. It's my favourite choice again. Door on the left, door on the right. Door on the left. 353. The door opens into a large but cosy drawing room. Oh yeah, I think you can find brandy in the drawing room. If we can, I'm going to try and pick it up because I seem to remember one of the comments being left on one of these videos one year. I need brandy for something, so we'll try and get that. The dining embers have a warm fire burning in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter. Here we go. Stand on the glass top table between the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the window. There's lots of plants in this house. And there is another door next to the one you came in. Do you want to explore the room further? 119, yes please. We'll have some of that brandy if you can. 119. Yeah. Will you start by looking through the ornaments? Will you examine the fire and the mantle, please? Oh, bugger it. Did I miss the brandy? Whatever. Ornaments. 192. Right. There are several delicate items of pottery and a few silver pieces on the shelf. One of the silver ornaments is a short dagger. I've already got a weapon anyway. It is rather too short to be a really useful weapon, but nevertheless you may add 2 skill, but I've already got a proper weapon. There is also a silver hip flask. If you've not already done so, you may take this hip flask and fill it with brandy. Thank you. Right, we got the brandy. I'm sure I've been told that that's important. Brandy. It's important. I wish I had the brandy right now instead of cheap Chardonnay. Does make the mushroom soup taste nice though. It was also a silver hip flask. It's not, it's all right. Now you may either examine the fireplace or leave the room. If I remember right, if you can examine the fireplace, you fight some monsters and then go down to the basement. That's how you advance. Because otherwise, if we wander around this floor any longer, we'll probably wind up in the kitchen. And if you do that, you're dead. It's game over, no matter what you do. So let's examine the fireplace. 303. A fine carriage clock sits on the centre of the elaborately carved wooden mantelpiece. A number of letters are jammed in behind the clock, and you reach for them. As you do so, your sleeve catches one of the carved images in the woodwork, and it moves. You lean forward to examine it. It is a small carved demonic face, which can be moved sideways. Do you wish to see what lies behind the wooden face, or will you read through the letters? Let's check out the wooden face. 85. If I remember right, this is like a secret passage that leads downstairs. The little carving moves to reveal a button set in the mantelpiece behind it. You consider whether or not to press the button. As you are deep in thought, you do not notice what is happening in the fire. In the grate, the fire has come to life. Oh no. Oh no. Fire demons. I'm sure I've said it before, they look like the little things from Labyrinth, you know, that can take off their heads. And they sing that song, Chilly Down. Yeah, you know the one. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Strong flames, licking the chimney, and considerable heat is being given off. You feel the heat and step backwards. As you do so, two small figures leap from the fire to face you. These fire sprites are small. They come up to your knees, but their flaming bodies burn with the vigour of the fire from which they arose. They hover in the air just above the carpet, for if they touch anything, it burns. Nicer than to avoid damaging the carpet. It bursts into flame. Anyway, do you wish to fight these creatures, or will you try another approach? Try another approach, 145. I think if we back off to the window and just put them out with a plant pot or something. How will you hold off these advancing creatures? Pick up the brander. Move slowly backwards towards the window. 64. Ding, ding. It's really, it's like a speed run. It's like, do this, do that. Not stopping to appreciate anything. Just critical path, critical path. The fire sprites follow you as you back towards the window. Pretending to be terrified, you make for one of the plant pots and attempt to hide behind it. But when the sprites get near enough, you strike. Grabbing the large plant pot on top of the stand, you hurl the contents over the little creatures. The soil covers them and douses their flames. In an instant, they have disappeared. Now turn to 375. Beautiful. 375. Oh, wait, towards the back of the book. Great then. You step back up to the fireplace and examine the secret button again. Will you press it, or will you leave the drawing room? Press it. Press it, 392. Here we go. You press the button and hear a small click. Then you hear another sound, and you swing round to face the corner shelf. Beside this shelf, a sliding panel has opened in the wall. You walk over to investigate and bend down to look at the opening. Too late. You realise that the panel has revealed not a tunnel at all, but a false opening. The wall behind is solid, but it has served its purpose. You have been lured into a trap. You are standing on a trapdoor which opens beneath you and you fall downwards. Turn to 397. Great. I forgot it was a trap. But at least we get downstairs now and we haven't wandered into the kitchen, which, as I've said, is a death sentence. Down you fall several metres until you finally land in a heap on something soft. Add 1 fear point. 4 fear. It's getting dangerous, isn't it? It's exciting. You feel excited. And test your luck. If you are lucky, you are unhurt. If you are unlucky, you have twisted your wrist. Deduct 1 skill point. Okay. We've got a luck of 12. Oh, which means we literally can't fail. So the way you test your luck is you just roll 2 dice. And if it's equal to or less than your luck, then you pass. And then you deduct your luck by 1. So we automatically pass. We can't roll higher than 12 on 2 dice. But now we have a luck score of 11 for the next time we want to test luck. Luck is with us. Can you believe how good those rolls were at the start? Pretty good, eh? Exciting stuff, Mark. You pick yourself up and verify there is no serious damage. You have landed on a mound of earth and hay as you realise that you are in a cellar underneath the house. The room is fairly small with 1 door. Outside you can hear a shuffling noise. Coming closer. Will you spring behind the door to surprise whatever is approaching, or will you quickly search the room for a weapon? I've already got a weapon. Spring behind the door, turn to 6. The door slowly opens and you hold yourself close to the wall. The man who enters is short and stocky and appears to be bent double. He is not armed. He peers into the room and scratches his head. Evidently, he has heard something and is perplexed at finding nothing in the room. Will you step forward and announce yourself, or keep hidden and hope he leaves? Let's see, what's the description again? Short and stocky, unarmed. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? Go on, let's announce ourselves. If we have a chat with him, then maybe we can learn something. Maybe this is Chico. 367. Come on, Chico. It's got to be somewhere in this stupid book. Turn to announce at 367. All right. You cough lightly and step forward. The man turns towards you and jumps back startled. You apologise for frightening him and explain your situation. He eyes you suspiciously and calms down, saying, "Of course I'll help you. Follow me." What? What? Did we miss the first half of conversation there or something? Step forward and announce yourself. 367. Yeah, 367. Of course I'll help you. Alright, let's assume announce yourself means we asked for help, and then it kind of makes sense why he would react like that. Otherwise, what are you doing, Steve Jackson? His reaction doesn't make any sense, Steve Jackson. Whatever. Of course I'll help you. Follow me. As he turns and walks through the door, you can see that he is not bent over double. You know that if I ever got a chance to talk to Steve Jackson, I'd be like, "Oh, the Fighting Fantasy series has been a really big part of my childhood. Thank you, Steve Jackson. I think you're really great, and I love reading The House." I'd be like, so spineless. I wouldn't be like, "Steve, what were you thinking?" First name basis. "Steve, what were you thinking when you wrote The House of Hell? It's been driving me crazy for 8 or 9 years now." No way. I'd be like, yes, Mr. Jackson, what a wonderful, fun book that you've made. It's been a lovely part of my childhood and adulthood now. As he turns and walks through the door, you can see that he is not bent over double, but he is a hunched back. How many hunchbacks are there in this house? Maybe it's the same one. You follow him from the room, turn to 210. What are hunchbacks knocking around? As you leave the room, the hunchback limps along, muttering to himself, "I wish the master's friends would not just drop in on me like that." We did drop in on him, didn't we? We fell out of the ceiling. He mumbles, "Giving me such a fright and all, especially on a night like tonight." He leads you along until he reaches a door on the left. Keep on going until you reach a staircase, then go up into the house. I've got work to do down here. Do you recognise this hunchback? Have you met him before? If so, you may turn to 230. Alright. Let's say this is the same hunchback who we beat up in the Erasmus room. It doesn't make sense because surely if it was, then he'd recognise us straight away. Like, how many strangers are wandering around in this house in the middle of the night? And if you just had a fight with someone 10 minutes ago, you'd know who it was. But let's say, Steve Jackson, that this is the same hunchback, and we do recognise it. Have you met him before? Yes. If so, turn to 230. Great. This book, man. You recognise the hunchback as the man who brought you a drink upstairs. A drink. It was poison, wasn't it? He was carrying. If we drank that drink, it would be game over. Will you jog his memory? Turn to 198. Jog his memory. I punched you in the face 10 minutes ago. It's me, remember? Or would you rather have your revenge and attack him? If anyone's getting revenge, he's getting revenge. Do you not think? Who cares? Jog his memory, turn to... I need my flipping water right again. Turn to 198. The dull-witted hunchback, alright mate, seems to vaguely remember your face. I vaguely remember. You're the one who gave me a black eye 5 minutes ago. You start to chat with him and find that he is quite flattered that someone wants to talk to him. God, this guy needs to work on his self-esteem. He tells you his name is Shiko. All right, we found Shiko. Shiko is the hunchback. Right. Okay, this is progress. This is right? Here we go. Shiko knows the password, the current password. Right. He tells you his name is Shiko, and he lives in the cellars beneath the house. Do you wish to ask him about the secrets in the cellars? Yes. Or if you have any brandy with you, hang on, you may pull it out and offer him a drink. I feel like I'm cheating a bit here because someone told me the brandy is important. But, is it important for right now? Or should I be asking him about the secrets in the cellars? That's what I really want to know. My God, if I make the wrong choice here, I have to wait a year to try again. Let's make a note of this passage, 198. This is where we'll start again from next year if I flipping get it wrong. Alright, I'm going to trust the comments and offer him a brandy. That's what you do, innit? When you need to get information out of someone, like in spy movies and stuff. Offer him a drink. Get cozy with the fella. Alright. Brandy. 93. Here goes. God, it's a long one this year, isn't it? Nearly an hour we've been going for. But we're getting somewhere. God, this is a long passage. His eyes light up at the sight of brandy. You pour a little into the cap of the hip flask and pass it to him. God, not much brandy then. He gulps it down and licks his lips. After 2 more capfuls, he is definitely slurring his speech. You tell him that you have heard of a secret passageway in the cellar and that you would be very interested in being shown around by someone as knowledgeable as he is. A bit of flatterer. Your flatterer and the brandy have their desired effect. Proudly he tells you all about the cellars, much more than he should. Oh, here we go. Of course, not everyone can get around these cellars, he boasts. You've got to know the password to get through some of these secret doors. And the master keeps changing the password to protect his secrets. In fact, only yesterday he changed the password from Prevemi to... what was it now? It's on the tip of my tongue. Ack. I should remember it. Ack. Was this guy supposed to have a Scottish accent the whole time? Oh, next year. Because it's like the name of the house, but mixed. It gives me a year to practice the Scottish accent. If it's still bad next year, then the Scots can be rightly offended. My mind's mixed up. What? It must be you and your brandy. Oh no, was I not supposed to give him the brandy? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I should remember it because it's like the name of the house, but mixed up. Like the name of the house, but mixed up. What's the house called? The House of Hell? Would it be... Oh, what? It must be you and your brandy. He steps back, realising that he's said enough. You try asking him more, but he will not speak. Instead, he turns towards the door in the left-hand wall and leaves you, pointing down the passageway and mumbling something about upstairs. Turn to 393 to follow the passageway, or 166 to look around. God! We found the guy. This is the guy who knows the password. Maybe he's too drunk. Maybe we... might have to wait till next year to try not giving him the brandy to see if he's sober enough to remember the password. It's like what? It's like the name of the house, but mixed up. Great. What's that? Is the name of the house an anagram for the password? Could be, couldn't it? That'd be good. You know, they like little puzzles, don't they? Could be an anagram of a House of Hell. Oh, whatever. Jesus. Okay. House of Hell. What can you make? Assume that's an anagram. House of Hell. And the house. No, wait a minute. The book is called House of Hell. Would the house be called House of Hell in the story? I don't know. How stupid is this book? If it's as stupid as I think it is, then the house is called the House of Hell. Hang about, is the part of the anagram. Is it the House of Hell or is it House of Hell? It can't be, can it? It's got to be something else. What is it? Kelnor's house? The House of Kelnor? The... whatever. Name it. What's Kelnor? Kelnor. Lock and Col... Kelnor. Rumpelstiltskin. Kelnor. Lekron. It's got to be a word, hasn't it? Nolkron. God damn it. Pointing up the passageway and mumbling something about upstairs. Turn to 393 to follow the passageway, on 166 to look around. 393. Let's go have a look at these stairs. Maybe we'll come up with something. 393. God damn it. God damn it. 393. How would... I assume it's an anagram. It's like the name of the house, but mixed up. Mixed. That implies it's an anagram. It could just be like a word that sounds like the name of the house, would be jumbled up a little bit. It's probably an anagram. I'll make a note. Password equals house name brackets mixed up. Mixed up. I hope that makes sense when I read it next year. 393. The passageway widens into a small chamber. Although it is dark, you can see a staircase going up a few meters ahead of you. To your right, the chamber opens out into a wide area. You step forward, and almost immediately a twittering noise puts you on your guard. It's the bats. Suddenly, you feel something land on your head and dig sharp claws into your scalp. You gasp and swat it away. Your hand touches a small leathery body and a pair of wings to start to flap. As it rises from your head, bats. A number of them are flapping around your head, darting and scratching with their claws. You must add 1 fear point for the shock. Must I? I mean, I knew they were coming. But okay. 5 fear. Quite a lot of fear this year. Exciting, boys and girls. Run up the stairs, hide under the stairs, fight the bats. Suckers, fight the bats, I'm in a bad mood. 343. Fight the bats as a single creature. Skill 4, stamina 4. I don't think they can win. I really don't think they can win. So the most they could roll is 2 6s, a 12, 12 and 4, 16. I guess they could technically win, but whatever. I'm going to go to land 2 hits and we've done them. Skill 4. Okay, here you go, bats. 4, 4, 8. Plus 3, 9, 10, 11. That's our score. 1 more hit and we've done it. 6 and 4, 10. Okay, bats. 16. Okay. Maybe the bats will win this round. We start with 11. Here we go. 11 and 1. 12. Maybe the bats score a hit. They did. 14. What did they get? 16. Yeah. Oh man, the bats scored a hit. Why am I impressed by that? 21. Okay, 19 HP, 19 stamina. Let's use the correct terminology. Okay, here we go again, bats. 5 and 4, 9. Plus another 3, 12. Okay, yeah, we can't lose because we got 11. Bang. There go the bats. Easy peasy, lemon squeezer. Where are them bats? Here we go. If you defeat the bats, you may either climb the stairs and open the door at the top, or explore the bat's chamber. Turn to 330. Let's explore the bat's chamber. Secret door around here somewhere. Where do you wish to look? In the corner, along the wall, under the stairs. Under the stairs. Turn to 61. Wait a minute. I'm looking for the secret passageway. I deduct 10 from the current passage that I'm on. But when's a good time to do that? Is it now? I don't feel... I don't know. Under the stairs. Says it's 61. When do you do it? When do you actually do it? There is nothing unusual under the stairs, although some of the bricks in the wall look as though they have been replaced recently. This is it. I'm going to say this is it. You may either look in the back corner, along the back wall, or climb the stairs to the door above. This has got to be it. So we're at 61 now. Deduct 10. Go to 51. I've gotten great at maths. If we're in the right place... If you wish to look for secret doorways, turn to 276. Otherwise, return to the last reference and choose again. Excellent. Don't want to tell you how to do your job, Steve Jackson, but imagine I didn't want to do that. If you wish to look for secret doorways, turn to 276. I go, I don't want to do that. Otherwise, return to the last reference and choose again. Anyone see a problem with that passage? Yeah, it doesn't tell you what the last reference was. So unless you've got your finger in the book, or you've got a good memory for random numbers, how are you supposed to turn to the last reference? I don't know about you, but I'm not memorising the reference numbers as I move forward. You know, just in case I need to remember what the last reference was. I'm not doing that. God damn it, Steve Jackson. Anyway, lucky for us, we won the secret doorway, so 276. God damn it. God damn this book. I still don't know the password, but I guess I've got a hint. Maybe they can give us a clue. You feel around the wall, wrapping the brick with your knuckles. Your heart leaps as you find a hollow area. You trace it with your fingers, and the area is roughly the shape of a small door. Do you wish to look for a catch that will open the door, or will you try a password? Let's try a password. 237. It is like the house, but mixed up. That's all we've got to go off. 237. At least that is new information. If nothing else this year, we have learned the password does something. You stand back from the secret door and say your password. Which word will you choose? Okay. Like the house, but mixed up. Prevemi. Goathead. Murder. Chris. Prevemi. Oh my God. Right, there are options. One of those, I presume, is like the house but mixed up. Prevemi. Varperbrin imeverbernu. Ivrap. I mean, I'm making about as much sense as I normally do, don't I? Goathead. God, I suck at anagrams. Goathead. Toagua. None of these are house. Well, none of them look like House of Hell. Anyway, so it's definitely like that. Or Kelnor. Chris, it's got a K in it. Kelnor's got a K in it. Murder. Red rum. Red drummer. Murder, drummer. Kelnor is the Earl of Drummer. The drummer, whatever you want to say. So, murder. Kelnor's name is an anagram for murder. So, if this is the House of Drummer, then murder would be the password. It's worth a shot, isn't it? 174, it's got to be it. It's got to be it. Here we go. I feel we're going to get into this secret passageway. 174. Murder. Drummer. The rock creaks, and dust rises as the wall comes to life. A crack appears in the brickwork, and slowly a secret door opens. Here we go. 174. Maybe that's a bit of passage that I return to next year if I cock it all up. A rock creaks, and dust rises as the wall comes to life. A crack appears in the brickwork, and slowly a secret door opens. But to your surprise, the door opens to one side of the hollow area you found. Perhaps this was merely a decoy. Jesus Christ. Moments later, the door has opened wide enough to let you see inside. You can see a small chamber with a table standing in the centre. On the table is a box. If you wish to enter, turn to 48. If you would rather leave, you can climb the stairs. Let's go. 48. 48, please. You step into the small room. Glancing round to make sure you are safe, you walk up to the table. The rest of the room is bare, except for the table and the box which rests upon it. Could this be the one you are looking for? I didn't even know I was looking for a box. It is a handsome rectangular box made of wood with brass fastenings. It looks like a case for a pair of dueling pistols. Really? Let me ask you a question, viewers. What does a dueling pistol case look like? I mean, does it look like anything? I'm going to Google it. Like once I'm done with this video, I'm going to Google dueling pistol case and see, like, does it have pictures of guns on it or something? What does it? Oh God! You undo the catch and flip back the lid. Turn to 35. Damn it! No options. I don't like this. I don't like getting pushed around the book with no options. Your eyes light up as the lid falls back. The box is lined with red velvet, and there in the middle is a pearl-handled dagger. Oh my God. Its silver blade is wavy, but it is finely polished and razor sharp. An inscription in the wooden top reads, "The Chris Knife." Right, now we're getting somewhere. We've definitely never done this before. I wrote "The Chris Knife" in our inventory. Not just Chris Knife. The Chris Knife. Right, this is the knife we need to kill Kelno. We're really getting somewhere now. I'm sorry, maybe one day we will finish this book. The Chris Knife. A blade fashioned for the glorification and pleasure of the demons of hellfire. Our true masters, to be used only by initiates, never to be wielded in the presence of the masters. A sense of awe fills you as you pick up the knife. You turn it over tenderly in your hands. What? And then place it in your pocket. Of all the things to handle tenderly, a knife? Cautiously, maybe. Tenderly. I think we're role-playing as like a psychopath. Anyway. Now you must decide what to do next. Hang on, you tell me, place in your pocket. You may add 3 luck points. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, let's put our luck points back up. We only used 1 anyway, but there we go. Will you leave the way you entered and climb the stairs to the ground floor, or will you search the room thoroughly first? Search the room while we're here, turn to 12. Can't believe we got the Chris Knife. Finally. Only took us 9 years, but we found the Chris Knife. You rummage through the box, but there is nothing else hidden inside. The walls all feel solid, except for the one on the left-hand side, adjacent to the secret entrance. You feel around and locate another secret door. It's like Dark Souls, like secrets within secrets. But you cannot feel a catch. Perhaps the same password opens it. You try this and the door starts to open slowly, revealing another room. You stare into this other room. It is almost an exact replica of the one in which you are standing. It is completely bare except for a table with a box resting on it. Fascinating. Do you wish to step into this other room, or leave it and return through the original door and go upstairs? Curiosity, man. Go on then. 1, 3, 3. Let's find out. 1, 3, 3, please. You step into the small room, which is bare except for a table. Glancing round to make sure you are safe, you walk up to the table. The box which rests on it is a handsome wooden one with brass fastenings. It is long and thin and looks as if it should hold a pair of dueling pistols. How does a box look as if it should have dueling pistols inside it? In fact, how does any box look as if? You like indicate the contents from what... Man, I get hung up on weird stuff. Sometimes you can look at a box and you can guess like what kind of use it has. But how does a box look as if it should have guns inside it? And not just any guns, dueling pistols. It just seems unlikely. You undo the catch and flip back the lid. Turn to 99. Okay. 99. Where is it? I was right near it. 99. As the lid falls back, your eyes light up. Inside the box is a pearl-handled dagger. You reach down and pick up the dagger, admiring its workmanship. But the dagger was not the only thing in the box. Lying underneath it is a flask which contains a black liquid. You can take this with you if you wish. You slide the dagger into your pocket and turn towards the door, but your heart sinks as the door slams shut in front of you. You try to open it, but there is no handle. Will you search the room for a way of opening the door, or will you see whether the dagger or the flask of liquid can help? I'm starting to think I should have left the room and gone upstairs. If you've noticed, my finger is in the book. So I'm currently deciding. I can't remember if one year I said to myself I reserve the right to stick my finger in the book and go backwards. I really don't want to... Let's search the room for a way of opening the door. Turn to 82. 82. Come on then. There is no way you will find of opening the door, as it will only open and shut at the command of the Earl of Drummer. Yeah, there we go, yeah. That confirms what what I was saying before. Drummer, the anagram of drummer, murder. I don't know why I didn't cotton onto that earlier. You are now his prisoner and will remain trapped for the rest of your life within these four walls. Well, shucks. Another year, another death. Oh, man, but I feel like this could be the year. God damn it. Look, my finger's still here. It's tempting, isn't it? I feel a little bit excited because I've got the crisp knife. Let's push on. Let's push on. This is really long already, but let's push on. Yeah. So let's rewind time a second. We picked up the crisp knife. And instead of going in to this other secret room, which is just a flipping trap from the sound of things, let's leave and go upstairs. Turn to 293. Okay? We picked up the crisp knife and we leave. 293. I'm not having that death. I'm feeling bold. You open the door at the top of the stairs. Facing you is a door. Big surprise. And to your right, the hallway ends at another door. Do you wish to enter the door opposite? The door to your right, or turn left into a main hallway? Choices, choices. Fine, whatever. Door opposite, 113. Here we go. And if I die now, then I die. So try again next year. I've used up my cheat for this year, or whatever you want to call it. The room you enter is a reception room. A table and 6 chairs stand in the centre of the room. At one end is an enormous mural of a country scene, perhaps painted of the area many years ago. On the opposite wall, stretching from the floor to the ceiling, is a full-length mirror. Velvet curtains line the wall, opposite the door. You walk over to admire the painting, then turn to face the mirror. A shock is in store. Your eyes widen as you turn towards the mirror and stare into it. It casts no reflection of you. Add 1 fear point. 6 fear, half our fear points already. Add 1 fear point. You walk closer to the mirror, but still no reflection appears, although you can see the table and the wall behind you clearly. You walk right onto it and feel its surface. Your hand passes right through the glass. Pulling it back quickly, you consider the situation. When you leave this room, step through the mirror, or investigate the room further. Let's see what this mirror business is about. Step through the mirror, turn to 160. Let's go into the mirror dimension. Behind the mirror is a small chamber, just large enough for you to turn around in. There are 2 doors in the chamber. Do you want to try the left-hand door or the right-hand door? How many times? The door on the left, the door on the right. Any context for that, Steve Jackson? Any clues, any hints, anything to distinguish those doors? Anything to give me a reason why I might consider the left door or the right door? Or is it just a coin flip? Or would you rather step back through the mirror? Whatever. Left-hand door, 92. Imagine trying to draw a map for this. 92, left-hand door. The door opens onto a dark landing. A flight of stairs arrives at this landing and continues downwards. Will you follow the stairs, or would you rather close the door and step back through the mirror? It keeps giving me options to go back through the mirror, doesn't it? And I just came from downstairs. Oh, right, here we go. Here are the options. Go back downstairs again. Just think about it. I came upstairs to get here, so I'm going back downstairs again. Or go back through the mirror. It's a coin toss. You know what? I'm going to toss a coin. I'm going to use the dice to do it. Even number, I go back downstairs. Odd number, I go back through the mirror. Okay? It's out of my hands. Odd number, I go back through the mirror. There you go, Steve. Is that what you wanted me to do? Oh, which passage was it? We follow those. Back through the mirror, 349. Fate has decided for us. We go back through the mirror. Do you want to party? It's party time. 349, back through the mirror. I love stepping in and out of stuff. You wait until there is silence in the drawing room. There already was silence. There was no one in there. Whatever. And step carefully back through the mirror into the room. The coast is clear. The coast was clear. You walk over to the door and leave the room. Turn to 131. What an exciting adventure that was. 131. You leave the room cautiously and look around the hallway. There is no one in sight. There is a door to your left, which you may try by turning to 211. Otherwise, you may turn right and follow the hallway round. Alright, let's try the... What am I doing? Try the door on the left, 211. God, I was so excited to find the Chris knife like 2 seconds ago. And I'm already right back to absolute boredom. The door is locked. And you will not be able to open it. You turn around and follow the hallway, turn to 58. What was the point of giving me the choice then? Oh my God. The hallway widens. You walk across to another hallway. And continue in the direction you were walking until you reach two doors opposite each other. Will you try the door on the right or the door on the left? Door on the left, 323. Christ. Here we go. Happy Halloween, everyone. The door is locked. The handle and lock are part of the ornate metal plate. Do you have a cast iron key? No. If so, deduct the number on the key from this reference number and turn to the resulting reference to open the door. Otherwise, oh man. Did we find a cast iron key one year? A key with a number on it. This sounds familiar. But there again, it all sounds familiar. Wait. I'm making a note of this passage. So, 323 requires cast iron key. Requires cast iron key. Now, this seems significant, right? This is like adding and subtracting numbers, and it's like, and Steve's been clever about it, this one. Like, unless you actually found the cast iron key in the book, you can't progress. You can't just say, like, it's not like it says, if you have the cast iron key, turn to 37. So you go like, oh, let's just say I found it and then go to 37. But I can't do that. I have to actually have found the key and to know what the number is. So something tells me it's important. But since I wasn't really paying attention, I don't know if I could find this door again. Maybe that's what we're doing next year. Find the cast iron key. Get through this door. Otherwise, you must try the opposite door. And quickly, because you can hear footsteps approaching from the hallway. Turn to 118. Okay. 118 got your number. The door opens and you enter the kitchen. What? Are you joking me? I tried because you can hear footsteps. Game over. The door opens and you enter the kitchen. The room is empty and immaculately tidy, with all the knives and pots and pans hanging in neat rows along the walls. A double sink is set under the window. Blah blah blah. You are dead because you were in the kitchen. A great square tablet stands in the centre of the room. There are two doors. Blah blah. One leads outside. A bunch of keys on top. Try the back door. Try the other door. Grab a bunch of keys on the cooker. God damn it. It's over. It's literally over. I've tried every single one of these. No matter what happens, you're dead. You're dead. You pick up the keys, the keys are hot. The cultists find you because of your scream from picking up hot keys. Even though the bug doesn't say the oven's on, it's just a trap. I think if you try the back door, it's locked. If you try the other door, there's a monster in there. If you fight the monster, if the monster hits you like 2 times, you're poisoned and dead. But if you beat the monster, something happens, I can't remember what, and you're dead anyway. So that's it, game over, man. We'd entered the kitchen. What did I say right at the start? If you enter the kitchen, it's game over. Anyway, we found the crysknife. So that's something, isn't it? It should feel good. I'm convincing you and I'm convincing myself that we should feel good about what happened this year. Found the crysknife. That feels like progress. And not only that, we've got a goal for next time. Need to find the cast iron key. And find out whatever's on the other side of that door. I think we're getting close. And next year will be the 10-year anniversary. You believe it? Well, it's a fence post problem, isn't it? Because I started at year 0, obviously. So by the time I did video 2, it was 1 year later. So on video 10, which will be next year, I'll only have been doing it for 9 years. But it will be the 10th time I've done it. So let's call it the 10th year. Well, doesn't matter. I'm not doing the 10-year anniversary on the 11th video. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? It'll be the 10th year I've done it, even though I've only been doing it for 9 years. So let's call next time the 10-year anniversary. It'd be pretty cool if I could make it through on the 10-year anniversary. But knowing this book, man, God, just how difficult it was. Some 9 years to find the password to get under the stairs. But we've done it. Oh my God. God, the house of hell. There we go. Look. There's my notes. There's my, what's it? What do you call it? Character sheet from this year. It's right opposite a quiche recipe I wrote down. What is this book? It's my exercise book, actually, from a language school. There you go. You can see I'm practicing kanji and stuff. It's interesting, isn't it, man? Finish drink. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with this nonsense. And if you're up for it, I'll see you next year. Take care. Have a happy Halloween. And bye-bye for now.